Hello, so welcome to the continuation of the analysis and design of buildings. Now, for this video, we are going to solve sample problem about the analysis of building. So, for this problem, we have a concrete beam 6.8 meters long and space 4 meters center to center are used to support a concrete slab of 100 millimeter thick, constructed monolithically with the beams. So, technically, we'll be using T-beams talaga dito. So, slab is monolithically constructed with a beam. The beams were designed for tension only and positive bending. Take note class. Analysis of T-beams. T-beams only takes effect for positive bending. No? For positive bending. Having an effective depth, so the effective depth is already given, measured from the slab surface with a width of the web of 300 millimeters. Period Fy, 350 megapascal, and concrete strength of 21 megapascal. Determine the width of the slab effective as a beam. Okay, so first is we have to take the width of the slab, or this is the base flange. No? What will be the base flange as a T-beam? From this problem, we have 6.8 meters beam. Okay. From framing plan, so we have 6.8 meters beam. So before, so we have here the column. That is already the clear span, no? 6.8 meters. And the spacing of the beam, center to center, so meaning uniform yung spacing ng mga beam, center to center. So, here, beam, another beam. The spacing center to center of the beam, measure to the center of the beam, is 4 meters. Okay. So let's say we are analyzing this beam for positive bending. Of course, that is an span. This one, huh? So we are analyzing this portion. And then the slab is uniform naman. Wala naman sinabing iba yung mga slab. Okay, so this is a typical, no, floor training. So wherein same yung spacing, same yung length ng beam. Okay, so we are assuming na para-paras na lang yung length. Para-paras yung length ng beam. Kasi beam is a concrete beam. Concrete meters. Now, um, let's try to draw yung magiging cross-section nito. First is the base flange. Okay? So, since we are analyzing a T-beam, so therefore we have to get the width of the overhang both side of the web. Okay, so we have to get this to get the total base flange. Now, from NSCP, so we have to select, from these three. So beam width plus 16H. So 16H because we have 8H and then 8H. Okay, and then SW over 2. So again, the beam are center to center 4 meters. If we are going to, these are I mean, the adjacent beams. And then there is adjacent beams. So similar na to class, no? So center to center, 4 meters, 4 meters. Now to get the clear spacing, you have to deduct, no? You have to deduct half of the beam here and half of the beam here. So to get the SW, no? Kasi center to center spacing yung binigay na 4 meters. Okay, next is the LN, BW, LN over 4. Tanggalin yan. Then sa LN over 8 kada side of the web. So we have LN over 8. So that's why ang LN over 4. Okay, so now let's substitute. Given the thickness of the beam, that is the slab that is 115. Anyway, the thickness of the slab is 115, and the web width or width of the web is 300 millimeters. It is also mentioned that the effective depth should be um 650 meters. So we are assuming also on the problem it was not mentioned what is the number of the how many layers ng ng bar meron dito. So we are assuming na one layer lang sa regardless of the number of bars na sabihin dito. So wala naman sinabi ko paano yung layout ng bakal. Remember, this is analysis. So therefore, number of bars should be given. But before we proceed with that, so let's complete first the width of the slab. Okay. So, um, now to get the clear spacing, kasi nga, center to center, let's draw again adjacently. So this is center to center. Okay, this is 4 meters. So now to get the center to center or the clear spacing, you have to deduct, the SW natin. So for this case, SW will the center to center spacing is 4. Now to get the SW, you have to subtract 300 kasi 150 from this B and 150 subtract 150 from this B. So that is 3,700. Anyway, SW1 is already equal to SW2 because we are assuming na uniforming spacing ng mga beams. Hindi naman nagbigay ng framing plan, so unless magbigay ng framing plan. So you can identify yung mga spacing ng beams. If hindi naman binigay, so we are assuming na center to para-parehas yung spacing ng beam. Okay, so um we subtract from center to center spacing, we subtract 300. Just half of the beam sa isang side, half the beam, that is 2,007. So, LN, obviously this is 6,800 millimeters. Okay, so 6,800 meters. So let's substitute. So for the first scenario, BW plus 16 times H, okay, that is 2140. We have BW SW over 2, that's SW over 2. Okay, so that is 4,000. Next, BW LN over 4, that is 2,000. Now, from NSAP, sabi doon, the least of. So, you have to select yung minimum value, okay, among these three values. Okay? So, therefore, the governing base flange or the width of the slab effective as a tubing is 2,000 millimeters. Okay? Now, letter B, the ultimate moment capacity, or the moment capacity is PMN. So let's calculate this if it is reinforced with 6 millimeter diameter bar. Again, it is not mentioned kung paano siya in-arrange. So we are going to assume na single layer lang siya. Okay, so B will be equal to BC for the analysis. Yeah. So let's analyze this. So we have 6.8 millimeter diameter bar at an effective depth of 650 millimeters. Okay, so first, you have to assume, since you don't know where will the compression block lies, we have to assume that it is just less than the um the thickness of the slab. Okay, so we are going to assume first. Anyway, we have to check that later if less than ba talaga siya sa thickness of the slab na 115. Okay, so this is the depth of compression block where the stress is really 4. Okay, so the stress is 0.85 at C prime, and the area of compression block is this one. We have A times the base flange. So that is the compression force acting on the center of A. Nasa gitnang-gitna ng A. Next, because that is the centroid of this rectangular compression block. Next, for the tension, we have ESFS. Now, but to eliminate the number of unknowns, we substitute this with Fy, assuming muna still with. Anyway, the distance between the two pores of this is from distance dito, hanggang dito is B, wasa lang natin ng A over 2. So now, let's start the analysis from uh, equilibrium. So we know that compression force is equal to the tension force. Okay? However, if you equate this unknown yung A, unknown yung S, because Fs has two values. Fs might be equal to Fy, it's still yield. But Fs is dependent to the strain times the modulus of elasticity. The strain times the modulus of elasticity it does not yield. Or equivalent in class, no? So 600 B minus T all over C. Okay, so anyway, we assume muna na mag-yield siya, but later on we have to check that if it is really yielding. Then also we have two assumptions here. I mentioned earlier, we assume first that the depth of compression block is less than the thickness of the flange or the slab. Okay, so now let's equate. C is 0.85, FC prime, A times the base flange is equal to T, just AS, 6 bars of 28 millimeters squared, pi over 4, and then your FY. Now, solving for A will give us, okay, so that is 36.221 millimeters. Okay, now we have to check if A is less than the talaga of T. So you can see here, that is less than T, thickness of the slide, meaning the assumption that the depth of compression block less than T is true. Okay, so now we check this assumption that A less than T, correct. So how about this one, this assumption? We can only validate this if we confirm that the strain, okay, is greater than the yielding strain of the tension field. We check PS. And this one is still the same, no? Doon sa ating stress strain diagram from rectangular beam. Parehas pa rin to class na magiging formula. Anyway, before we solve the ES, we have to solve first the C. Okay, the neutral axis. To solve C, we need the beta. Beta is dependent on the value of FC prime. So if FC prime is less than or equal to 28, therefore beta is 0.85. So that's why we have here 0.85 na beta. But if your FC prime is greater than 28 but less than 55, okay, diba yung with the beta is equal to 0.85 minus 0.05 over 7 FC prime minus 20. Okay, I hope tanda pa rin yung value ng F. Okay, so now let's solve the C given the A and B. Okay, substitute na dito. A is equal to 30. The answer is 42.61. Solve natin yung ES, 0.003, B minus C all over C. That is derived from the string diagram, no? If you forget it, just draw the string diagram. So from here, this one, so this is C, this is B minus C, this is 0.002, in this is the value of CS, the strain at the centroid of reinforcement. By ratio and proportion, we can derive the value of CS. Okay? And that's the formula for it. Now, solving this, we have strain of equal 0.04276. To compare this with the yielding strain, solving for the yielding strain, that is just Fy over T. We have the Fy divided by the modulus of elasticity. Okay, so the yielding strain equal to 0.00175. Comparing these two, comparing that, we have greater than the strain on your tension, okay, strain in tension field is greater than the yielding. So, meaning, tamang assumption natin na mag-yielding that. If not correct assumption, therefore, instead of using ASFY, use ASFX. Just like what we've done on the analysis of SID. Same lang naman. Yun. Parang nag-a-analyze lang tayo dito ng insight. Now, let's solve, yeah, tama naman yung both assumptions. So, we can now proceed with the calculation of the reduction factor, solve 80. Since this is one layer only, dt is also equal to d. So, therefore, parehas na sila, ano magiging value. But if ever na hindi same sila ng value, no? It should be the dt, no? Not the d. So it's computation of the EP or the strain on extreme on net times height strain and then stream fiber of tension reinforcement. So for EP, let's substitute. So again, send na lang ako. Now we have to check on what will be the classification of this section. Okay. So checking the classification, first we have to plot the yielding strain, right? And then the limit of tension and transition, which is 0.025. Plotting this value, 0.02761, so saan siya magpo-fall? We can see nasa tension control section 2 siya. Okay? In tension control section, of course, the reduction factor is 0.9. Okay, so with that, we can now solve the flexural moment capacity, nominal moment capacity times the reduction factor. You know already the value of the reduction factor. Now, let's substitute. So again, it's up to you on how you get the nominal moment here. It's tension or compression. But using the tension, make sure since it is shielding, use Fy. Okay, so it's just force times the distance. That's what we have here. The force, use Fy times the distance. And then include the reduction factor so that it will be like moment capacity, not moment. So let's substitute. Okay, 6 times the area of individual dot times Fy times B minus it should be A O no, yeah, tama. B minus A over 2. Of course, do not forget times 10 raised to 6 so that your answer will be in kilonewton times 10 raised to negative. That's the point 9 of the reduction factor. So therefore, what will be the flexural moment? That is 75 to 375 kilonewton. Okay? If we have 6 dash 28 bars, what if we try to increase? Now we're done no, with letter B, so we're done with this, the base plunge, 40 millimeters. So what is the ultimate moment capacity or the flexural moment capacity? We have 628. What if, no, same concept or same given, we try to increase, we try to increase the number of bars up to 36 millimeter bars, variation bundles. So of course, tataas yung capacity niya, no? Kasi you increase the number of bars. But there's a case na pwede siyang mag-transition, pwede siya mag-compression control section. Okay, so let's check what will happen to the capacity if we try to increase to 36 millimeter bars, 12 pieces. We're still assuming that this is only one layer. Okay, so since wala naman binanggit si problem, so let's try to solve. Same given, no? So, but we have here 12-36 millimeters. Again, let's assume muna na the depth of the compression block or A is less than the thickness of the flange. Okay, so this is your A. Anong stress diagram natin. Then, from equilibrium equation, C is equal to T. Okay, C is equal to T. So, 85 at 2 prime A times the base flange stress times the area of compression block multiply to AS. That's why. AS natin, no, bro, no? The 36 millimeters square, nagkakal into 4. Then, times. So, what we can solve here is the value of A. Okay, we have the base flange na 2,000. So, if assumption is correct, dapat yung A natin is greater than. But solving A will give us 119.750, which is now greater than 115. Okay, so therefore, assumption is wrong. Yung assumption natin. So the depth of compression block should exceed the thickness of the flange. Malaki pa dapat dyan. So we have to increase it. So, re-analyze. Okay, so ito na yung tunay na feelings talaga, letter T. Actually, we're just talking about here, the depth of compression ng block, eh, kung ano yung shape niya, eh. Okay? If that is just rectangular, madali lang yung class para nag-analyze ng tayo ng beam. Parang malaking beam, no? But if that's a T na, ano, medyo na yung um, nahati na natin yung compression force, ginagawa na natin dalawa. Okay, so, sige, let's try to solve this problem. The depth of compression block is already greater than 1 meter. So, and then, of course, the stress is still uniform distributed, but nandito na sa area nito. And then, kaya kung magkamali ka class, yung compression ay wala sa gitna ng A. Kasi dapat nasa centroid yan ng letter T na to, nung compression block nito. You have to solve the centroid yan. Okay, but another solution is, wag mo nang kunin yung centroid. Hatiin mo na lang yun sa dalawang area, area 1 and area 2. Dalawang area of compression block, which will also give two two compression force. Yun na lang gawin natin. So, kunin mo yung centroid ng unang area mo, okay? Then, yung centroid din ng pangalawang area. Okay. So, tawagin natin to. Mayroon tayong dalawang force, no? Na acting on the center of each area. Na, yun natin. Okay. So, tawagin natin tong C1, which is stress. Okay, of course, niya is stress times this area. Okay, stress area. Next, how about this C2? Tawagin natin C2. Stress pa rin. Saan siya nag-a-act? Sa area, magka-plus. What will be the area? This one. You have to get the thickness. If this is A, wala dito hanggang dito. That is compression. So therefore, there should be A minus 2. A minus 2. So, alam mo na yung naging area mo to. A minus 2 times 300. Okay, or, okay, 2 times yung B. So, correct times the area, we have B, C2. And of course, this is ASFF, but if you assume that this is yielding ASF1. Okay, so now let's identify the location of the centroid ng C1 papunta dito sa tension. Because we need this later for calculating the nominal moment. Okay, if this is B, we can do it this one. Ito ay B. Bawas ko lang to. Ilan ba yan class? Tignan natin to. Nasa center siya ng A, ng T. Edi, ano to? T over 2. Ano dito ito? B minus T over 2. How about this distance? Nasa gitna siya nito. Nasa A minus T. Okay. So, from D kasi ang reference lagi natin eh, effective depth. From the effective depth, bawasan na. So, wala dito effective depth, bawasan na. Okay, thickness ng flange, bawasan na. Kalahati ng A minus T. Yeah. So, that's it, no? For the distance. Okay? Distance of the two compression force. Because we need that later again, no? For the computation of the nominal force. Okay, so again, panibagong equilibrium na tayo kasi if we are going to compare this earlier, nung ginamit natin itong equilibrium, yung compression lang ay equal to ASF. Hindi siya hindi na nasatisfy yung ating assumption. Kasi lumalabas greater than. So now, dapat tayaman natin yung function. Let's check. Okay, from equilibrium, so we have C is equal to T. Pero yung C natin plus, dalawa na. Okay. So we assume na greater than siya sa thickness of the flange. And we assume na yellow siya. Okay, okay. So we add, no, the two compression force. So we have C1 plus C2. Ayan, C1. I just factor out the 0.85 FC prime para o-onti class yung itinatype sa calculus. So, ito yung C1 plus ito yung C2. 0.85 FC prime and minus CB. And then we equate this to ASFY because we assume that this will yield. Now let's compute. Okay, let's compute the substitute. 0.85 FC prime C times base plus A minus C times B for the AF temperature times F1. So, and the unknown value here is A. So we can now solve the value. 146.66. Okay. So, yeah, we have the value of A, which is now greater than P. Ang paano yung assumption natin dyan? Greater than P ang natin. Oops, so that 146. Yeah, 146 is greater than P na talaga siya. So, correct na yun. 146.66. Something is correct. Okay, so of course we have to check also this one if it is yielding talaga. So, 0.85 ang ating beta. And then this, ito yung explican natin 21. So with that, we can now solve the value of C. This one, 22.55. Okay. Next, solving ES. 0.002 B minus C all over C. Okay. ES is 0.008301. So just put yung ano to, no? If yung mo nang i-solve yung mga values before we check here in the presentation. Okay, now EY. Fy over E. We have Fy over the modulus of elasticity ng spin na 200 times. So again, class is 0.00150. Okay, next. We have to compare this one. It is really yielding. Okay, so we have 0.083. Is that greater than 0.017? Obviously, no. Okay, greater than pa rin siya. Assumption is correct. Actually, no. Di ba? Pag sa DRB lang ito class. Pag DRB, pag single reinforcement method analysis, pag tinataasan natin yung dinadamihan natin yung bakal, no? Nag-ano siya, no? Nagda-dust not yield. Okay? So, madami. Yung bakal. Hindi na siya nag-yield. Kasi nauuna nang nasira yung concrete bago mag-yield yung bakal. Pero dito, bakit yield na yield? Okay, layo pa rin nito eh. 0.0083 compared to 0.001750. Kaya layo na pa rin. Okay? That is because of, diba nga, ang nangyari dito, no, mag-uunahan silang masira ng concrete compression block at nung bakal. So, dahil sa laki ng compression block natin, mahirap masira yung flat. So, ang nangyari, mauuna talagang mag-yield yung bakal. Ang laki ng area ng concrete natin. Okay? So, unlike pag rectangular beam lang siya, ito lang yung area ng concrete. Pero kapag may T-beam mo siya, or may flange mo siya, ang laki ng concrete, pati yung tiles na kailangan din sirain yan ah, bago una siyang mag-fail. So, dahil sobrang laki ng area ng concrete, nag-yield at nag-yield talaga yung takal. Lagi siyang nag-yield. Mostly sa mga T-beam, so it is always yielding. Okay. But you have to check pa rin, no? Kung nag-yielding pala. Okay, so now we solve the reduction factor. So to solve the reduction factor, we have actually it is just one layer no magiging equal lang din naman sa plot. In solving the reduction factor because beauty is equal to solving for 80? Same na nga lang dito. Now we have to check what will be the classification of this section. We have to plot here starting reference line. Now if your ET is less than ETY, its compression is that is greater than ETY but less than 0.001. That is transition, and that is if that is greater than 0.005, that is tension control. Okay, so what happened? No? ET 0.008, that is greater than 0.005, meaning that is tension control with the reduction factor. So with that, we can now solve the um, nominal moment. To calculate the nominal moment, hindi maaaring gamitin ang tension para i-moment sa compression unless you know the centroid of this T. Alam mo yung centroid yan para i-moment mo to. Kasi siya yung moment eh. Sa centroid ng compression force. Dahil wala nga tayong centroid ng compression force, ang gawin na lang natin, yung compression force na lang ang moment natin. Kasi alam natin yung centroid ng tension. Yung moment natin to dito, plus moment ng C2. So, dalawa yung moment natin plus. Force times the distance. Force times distance. And then force times distance. And then just put the reduction factor. Okay? We have the force times the distance. So, multiply to the reduction factor para flex yung moment capacity. And then force times the reduction. Let's substitute it. Medyo mahaba nga lang class. So kapag nahihirapan kayo sa calculus, so I suggest na ito muna unahin nyo. Okay, yung moment na ito. Okay, moment na itong compression block na ito. So, punta dito. And then just i-add nyo na lang to. Okay, ito papunta dito. So that you can get the answer, the moment capacity of 22684 kilometers. Okay? That's it now for the analysis of PE. Ang nagbago lang dito class, it's the on how we calculate the area of compression block. So, nag-divide tayo ng dalawang force kasi to divide the area of compression block para madali siyang i-manage. Okay, so that's it now for the analysis. Now for the next video, we'll be discussing the design. Okay, so thank you. See you on the next one. Bye.